On behalf of the Ottawa Board of Trade and the Ottawa Business Journal, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 2022 Best Ottawa Business Awards, the Bobs. This is a night that we have designed especially for all of you to recognize the leadership, the innovation, and the dedication to excellence in our community. So thank you for joining us for tonight's celebration. It is an honor to host each of you and all 600 of you in one evening in the beautiful downtown Ottawa. Ottawa is built on unceded Algonquin and Anishinaabe territory. The peoples of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation have lived on this territory for millennia. Their culture and presence have nurtured and continue to nurture this land. We honor the peoples and the land of the Algonquin and Anishinaabe Nation. We honor all First Nations, Inuit and Métis peoples, and their valuable past and present contributions to this land. It is my honor to recognize and welcome Grand Chief Abram Benedict this evening. Thank you for joining us.
Suling, it's so exciting to be here tonight with a room full of business leaders to impress and inspire. It's been exactly 3 years, think about it, almost to the date, since we gathered all of you in this room for the Bobs. I hope you had a great time at the cocktail hour. Big thank you to the Westin Ottawa for sponsoring our red carpet, and also WCPD. We had a great time with Peter Nicholson downstairs at Daly for the VIP reception. The Board of Trade and OBJ partner to host a series of fantastic events. As you know, we do events on a regular basis, but this is really the culmination of our year, Suling. And there are some really good reasons why OBJ and the Board of Trade undertake a big event like tonight. Il y a de très bonnes raisons pour lesquelles OBJ et la Chambre de commerce organisent un grand événement comme ce soir.
Absolutely, Michael. As the Board of Trade is the primary business voice in our city, we take every opportunity to recognize success of business and their contributions to our community. We believe that what gets recognized gets repeated, and if tonight's room is any indication, Ottawa has a very bright future.
And for OBJ's part, we specialize in keeping local business leaders informed, of course. We believe power is knowledge. À OBJ, pour l'objectif de tenir chefs d'entreprise des entrepreneurs locaux informés, nous croyons qu'il existe un pouvoir dans la connaissance. That's our mission. And we do that every single day on a variety of platforms. And really, the Bobs is just another platform to share some successful business stories. The ultimate goal tonight is to share all of the great things happening in both Ottawa and Gatineau, and hopefully to inspire people, feeling them more inspired and proud of our incredible city, especially as we emerge from a pandemic. We started the Bobs many years ago, and there was a very big overarching vision, Suling. Lorsque nous avons lancé le Bob il y a de nombreuses années, nous avons une autre vision globale.
Our vision is to bring together Ottawa's business community. Every part of our community is connected to each other, and our goal is to have an event that is a big tent event, that we include all people, paths, and a variety of sectors. So tonight we have in the room many representatives, including Invest Ottawa and the Canada North Business Association from the Technology Centre. Yeah. Who's from technology in the room? We also have our very good friends from the extremely important tourism sector, including Ottawa Tourism. How many of our businesses are from tourism in the room?
And we've got real estate in the room, including people from BOMA, the Real Estate Board of Ottawa Carleton, Ottawa Construction Association. Where are the real estate people? Let's hear ya. Same could be said from retail, educational sector, political leaders. We've got past CEOs of the year. I say Richard Lebay right there, sitting in the front row. Hello, Richard. And other CEOs of the year. Wonderful to have them. We've got 40 under 40 in the room. Where are you? Probably spread throughout the building. I see Joelle yelling out. And we've got a diversity of people from many objectives.
Yes. We have many men and women business leaders here, community leaders here, people with different backgrounds and cultures. It is our vision for the Bobs to be completely inclusive, and we continue to aspire to grow that every day. Tonight's event, oh, that's you.
Okay. Tonight's event could not be possible without the support of a group of wonderful sponsors. Let's take a moment to recognize them for just a second. The Telfer School of Management, Boyden, Algonquin College, yes, shout out if you want to. Casino Lac Limi, Janet LeBlanc Associates, Invest Ottawa, RBC, Hydro Ottawa, Pearlie Robertson Hill and McDougall, Strader Ferris, yeah, Deloitte, La Cité, Canada North Business Association, TAG HR. Okay, NBA's got some energy.
Yes, that's right. We'd also like to say thank you to MNP, Commissionaires Ottawa. No, Andre, where are you? I wanted a whoop out of that one. Desjardins, KPMG, Algonquin College, the Ottawa Senators are here tonight. Soloway, that's good. Soloway Wright, WCPD Foundation, of course, the Westin Ottawa, Event Design, BFD Inc., and our friends from Oakwood Designers and Builders. How about a big round of applause for all of our sponsors tonight?
And of course, besides recognizing some great companies, we pay special tribute to a few individuals. Our CEO of the Year, Kyle Bratz from Fullscript. We've got our CFO of the Year, Aaron Crow. Our Newsmaker of the Year, Chef Joe. And our Lifetime Achievement Award to Pat Butler.
Just before we move into dinner, we would like to acknowledge our longtime lead sponsor of this event, the Telfer School of Management at the University of Ottawa. Please welcome to the stage Telfer's Dean, Stéphane Brutus. Stéphane.
Thank you, Stéphane. Thank you.
Thank you, Suling, Michael. Bonne soirée tout le monde. Je m'appelle Stéphane Brutus, je suis le doyen de l'école de gestion Telfer à l'Université d'Ottawa. Il me fait grand plaisir de vous accueillir à cet événement. So just to start, I'm just curious, how many Telfer grads are in the room? Okay. What about you, Ottawa? Broader you, Ottawa, please. All right. That's good. Carleton? Excellent. Here we go. And yes, you should clap loud and with pride, because those are really, truly great institutions. They are great assets for Ottawa business community. At the same time, I'll speak on behalf of Telfer here. They're also very great assets for the school. We're very fortunate to have you as part of the community. Because you see, without the greater Ottawa community, there's no Telfer School of Management. You support us in too many ways for me to count, and our success, our mutual successes, are tightly intertwined. The school's vision, Telfer School's vision, is firmly rooted in our capital city. This vision is very simple and complicated at the same time. Business for better Canada. And what's a better Canada? It's a Canada that's greener, healthier, happier, and more prosperous for us all. So how are we doing that at Telfer? I'll give you two examples, very short. The first one is through the research that we do. Family-controlled enterprises are the most common type of organizations in the world. From your favorite local shawarma place, to the fourth generation Frisbee in Ottawa, to the fourth generation George Weston Empire, to the seventh generation Molson family in Montreal. And can I say something just personally? Go Habs, go. Hey, listen. I've heard that the Ottawa business community was inclusive. Okay, that's why I risk this. I know there's some senators in the room, but I'm counting on your inclusiveness here. Family businesses represent 75% of all Canadian businesses in Canada. Yet, the delicate balance between family dynamics, business, and wealth is surprisingly under-researched. Basic questions such as, Who is considered part of the family? The cousin, the cousin's husband, the cousin's husband's cousin. Once the family is defined, what is the best way to promote family members within the family business? When is the best time to set up a family office? How do you do it? These are all important questions requiring thoughtful, evidence-based answers. And last summer, Telfer launched the Family Enterprise Legacy Institute that will serve and support the next generation of family enterprises. The Institute will deliver world-class research and education and is fast becoming a world player in this area, right here in our own backyard. That's just an example of what we do in research. Let's talk about teaching. As we aim to deliver programs that make a better Canada. For this, think about what we've just gone through and how our healthcare system struggled during the pandemic. Telfer is one of the only business schools in the country to make healthcare management one of its core focus. We offer a BCom option in health analytics, a master in health administration that is 50 years old, a new master in health administration, executive master in health administration that is fully online, and a custom executive program designed specifically for TOH. Every year, we train hundreds of healthcare managers and executives on innovation, leadership, data analytics, with the aim of improving a fundamental sector of our society. So our vision for Better Canada is not only words, we're doing it every day in family business, healthcare management, accounting, finance, HR, and dozens of other areas. And it's something that I'm extremely proud of, that is true to our country's identity, is that we're doing it in English et en français. The proof of Telfer's pudding is found in Catherine Tremblay, Telfer grad, member of my strategic cabinet, and 2021 CEO of the Year. I don't think Catherine is here today. But while at Telfer, Catherine started a placement agency by taping job ads around the downtown core, and in record time grew this company into the incredible success that is XLHR today. Another proof of that same pudding is a young man who left Telfer for a while and decided to celebrate the life of his grandpa by setting up a nonprofit organization and cycle across Canada to raise money for cancer research. This experience was the spark that ignited his entrepreneurial spirit. It led him to re-enroll at Telfer, but this time to pay attention in class. To seize the opportunity to learn as much as he could about business and entrepreneurship, because this young man had ambition. I'm so pleased that we are honoring tonight another Telfer grad as the 2022 CEO of the Year. Félicitations, Carl. So yeah, we do pretty cool things at Telfer. We're on the move, and I encourage you to reach out, come and see us. All my Telfer peeps are here in this table. We'd love to talk to you and find a way to contribute to your success and work together to make Canada and Ottawa greener, healthier, happier, and wealthier. So thank you, have a good evening. See you soon.
Thank you, Stéphane. We appreciate that. But let's be clear, our inclusivity does not extend to the haves. Let's be really clear about that. We have a special place for Guy Lafleur in our hearts, but the haves in general, I'm not so sure. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very special speaker up next here, and I'm a little bit on pins and needles. In my job, I get to introduce a whole bunch of people, but this is the first time I've introduced this person in this capacity. Please welcome the 59th Mayor of Ottawa, my friend, Mark Sutcliffe.
Bonne soirée tout le monde. C'est vraiment un honneur d'être ici avec vous ce soir. It's funny that the Montreal Canadiens keep coming up because a few of us were just reminiscing literally 10 minutes ago about the time that Ottawa beat Montreal in the playoffs. So yeah, that was a special time. It is such an honor to be here tonight. You know, I was one of the founders of the Ottawa Business Journal, and Mike and I were business partners for many years. And a few years ago, I was the chair of the Board of Trade as well. So I've been to this event many times in different capacities. I also emceed this event a number of years. So the Bobs are very close to my heart. And I remember when we created the Bobs about 10 years ago. And it is a great example of the fantastic partnership between the Ottawa Business Journal and the Ottawa Board of Trade. And I'll tell you, because I was part of the negotiations at the time as we merged our two event platforms into one, it wasn't an easy task. But we set aside our own separate interests, and we wanted, for the betterment of the community, to produce one series of great events, including the Bobs, because that was the best thing for Ottawa, and it was the best thing for the local business community. And that proves, as I have said many times, that we are stronger when we are working together. It proves that we can do great things as Team Ottawa. And I know that my friends Michael, Curran, and Suling Ching, and all of you are on Team Ottawa. Our community has been through a lot of challenges in the past few years. And I want tonight to salute all of the entrepreneurs and business owners in Ottawa who have fought their way through some really challenging circumstances, including those who own businesses in downtown Ottawa, for example, where so much has happened recently to threaten your survival. As an entrepreneur myself, I know firsthand what it's like to face the challenges of owning a business. All of you have worked incredibly hard. And the challenges that we face as a community and as individual businesses are not over yet. But I want to tell you that I am filled with hope and optimism that we're working together, we will get through those challenges. I committed during the election campaign to making economic development one of my most immediate and most important priorities. Everything we do as a community starts with economic development, with a stronger economy. In the days and weeks ahead, we're going to have more news about how we will continue to make Ottawa a great place to do business, how we will revitalize our downtown and the Byward Market, how we will build on our success in tourism and technology, and how we will attract the best and brightest people in the world to our city. I can't wait to work with all of you as we tackle that together as Team Ottawa. Tonight, we have a lot to celebrate. Ottawa is a great place to do business, and it's only going to get better. À toutes les personnes et entreprises honorées ce soir, toutes mes félicitations. Merci. Congratulations to all of the individuals and companies who are being honored tonight. Thank you. Have a great evening. Merci.
Thank you, Mayor. Well, it's nice to call you that, and we're just honored by your presence here tonight. Although I was just as happy when you were the MC and I was sitting there having dinner, but we understand that you're busy and you did have a greater calling, and we've already begun to see the changes that your leadership will bring to Ottawa, and we're excited about that. So, yes, thank you. As we break for dinner, just a reminder that we have a hashtag for tonight, hashtag OttBobs, OTTBOBS, once again, OttBobs. So let's get this event trending. We look forward to starting our awards program at 8 o'clock. Enjoy your dinner. Bon appetit.
Hi, I'm Angela, and this is my sister Patricia, and we are proud to be a part of our family-owned company, Oakwood. Oakwood specializes in the design and build of kitchens, renovations, new homes, and investment properties.
We're always aspiring to learn and grow as a company, which is why we love to support the Bobs, which really acknowledge the hard work of our business community. To all the award winners, your hard work and perseverance have really paid off. Enjoy the win.
And celebrate.
Hello, I'm Dr. Charlotte Karam, Director of the Telfer School of Management's Executive MBA program. Telfer is so proud to be the lead sponsor of the Bobs Award once again this year. At Telfer, we're all about business for a better Canada, which also means a better world. For over 50 years, we've educated and developed the business talent and leaders needed to tackle the world's most challenging problem. Our globally ranked Executive MBA program is just one example of this. So together, let's build a greener, healthier, happier, wealthier, more prosperous Ottawa, Canada, and the world for all. Bonne soirée and good evening.
I'm Eric Lathrop from Boyden.
And I'm Paul Marshall with Boyden.
And we are very proud to be sponsors of CEO of the Year. Congratulations to Kyle Bratz for this great honor.
Kyle, congrats on a tremendous accomplishment, and we wish you and the organization the best of success in the future.
Et de la part de tous mes associés à travers de Boyden, un grand félicitations, Kyle. Excellent travail.
To kick off tonight's awards, please welcome the sponsor of CEO of the Year, Paul Marshall and Eric Lathrop from Boyden.
Yeah, you know, I went to Telfer. The plan was always to go back to London, Ontario as a firefighter. My dad was a firefighter. I love the culture of the brotherhood and sisterhood. It was something that I really wanted to do. He and my mom convinced me to go to school. So I spent probably more time at Father and Sons than I did any of my classes, up until we started this not-for-profit called Typically Canadian to honor my granddad after he'd passed. And that was kind of the inspiration, or when I realized that I love building, I love creating. What was really neat about, you know, the experience of building Typically Canadian is we built it like a business, except all profits went to the Canadian Cancer Society. And I ended up hiring Brad Diamond, who became not only my best friend, but my co-founder. And so, you know, we started a company, which is a web development company, evolved to Simple Story Videos. And we ended up selling that company because there was something missing. So, you know, Brad and I kind of looked at each other and said, whatever we do next has to be something we can do for the rest of our lives, something that can scale to make big impact. And that's where we kicked off the story of FullScript. Our mission at FullScript is to help people get better. And our vision is we really just want to make integrative medicine simply medicine. And what that means is when you think about medicine today, it's often you have a symptom, here's a pharmaceutical, when in reality, the evolution is you've got a symptom, what's the root cause, and let's treat that root cause. So it's really a more comprehensive perspective on what healthcare should be. And what we noticed was there was no infrastructure built to support that. All of the infrastructure being built, trillions of dollars, was being spent on how do we support the conventional approach to healthcare, when the reality was there was so much needed to support integrative medicine. Because it's really hard. It's hard to practice integrative medicine. It's also hard to consume it and to follow an integrative healthcare plan. So when you start to think about those barriers and those challenges that patients and practititioners face, there's a huge opportunity to just make all of that easy. After we did the acquisition of Emerson Ecologics, I looked at what our combined revenue would be in 2022 and realized, you know, we're pushing over $600 million in net revenue. And I thought to myself, when I looked back at, you know, what were we doing 5 years ago, right? And what we were doing now, you know, in 1 month now is double what we were doing 5 years ago from a revenue perspective. So when you start to put that into perspective and you reflect back, it sometimes doesn't feel surreal because it hasn't felt like that much of a change, right? Like the problems are still the same problems. Yes, you know, accounting and finance is a bit busier. Our customer support team is a bit busier, but the essence of what FullScript is and the culture we've created and that insurgent mindset we have is still, running rampant and is still there for us.
It's been incredible watching you grow for the last 15 years or so, from the founder, packing boxes and answering customer calls, to now being the professional CEO that you are. When I reflect back on those 15 years, I think it's really your grit and stamina, particularly when times have been tough, that is your most admirable quality. And I think it's that quality that gives me so much hope for the future, not just of FullScript, but our healthcare system at large. So congrats again. I don't think there's anyone more deserving. So cheers. Here's the next 15.
Kyle's is pretty engaging personality. I think everybody who knows Kyle knows how friendly he is, and puts people at ease right away when he talks to them. Doesn't matter if he's known them for 20 years or 2 minutes. Well-deserved, Kyle. Very well-deserved. You never played CEO. You always acted the part and did the hard work. And anybody who knows you and worked alongside you knows that that's the most important thing, is to actually do the tough stuff that nobody sees behind the scenes.
CEO is the ultimate athlete, and you're that guy. And so it's easy for me to talk about the great Kyle Bratz as CEO of the Year. Congratulations.
Right? When we started the company, it was about disruption. It was about innovation. And I think where we're at in the market, we can really start to put some very disruptive, innovative technology out there that's going to drive, more practitioner adoption, penetration of their patient panel, but also start to lead towards conventional medicine and practitioners transitioning their practice to integrative medicine. So how do you support that transition, that prevention? And I think we can be a major player in supporting that evolution.
Everybody just do what you do. Don't stop. That's right. Yeah. Don't stop. Don't stop.
Thank you to the Ottawa Business Journal and the Ottawa Board of Trade for putting this event on and for the honor. When I think back my entire life, I've been extremely hard on myself. And I'll give you a little example. When I played hockey, I'd get off the ice, I'd come out of the dressing room, and my dad would say, "Great game, Bratsy." And I'd say, "No, I was awful." And it was all because of one pass I missed. That's all I could think about. And so my entire life, I felt like I'm not good enough, the things I do aren't good enough. And I think that's a good thing for my ego, because it keeps my ego in check, although my wife may not agree. But it means also that I have to dig deep to have the confidence it takes to build and lead. And so as I reflected on, how I dig deep to have that confidence, there was two things that kind of stood out to me. And the first was really thinking about my North Star. And when I think about people, I think there's three kinds of people in this world. There's people that are motivated by money, there are people motivated by power, and there are people that are motivated by making impact, by building, by making a difference. And I think, being motivated by the latter actually makes things easier, because when you make a decision, it's more pure. When you build and rally a team, they're more likely to follow because they're driving towards a mission that matters. And it's easier to lead with authenticity and integrity. And my North Star is definitely making a difference and making an impact, especially in people's lives. I think the second most important thing in building confidence is having an amazing support system, right? A support system that complements your weaknesses, a support system that builds you up when you say, "Hey, I had a shitty game," and your dad's there to say, "No, you didn't. Here's what you did well." And I'm really thankful tonight because I have a lot of my support system here. And, so I'm going to take some time to just, call them out. And actually, I didn't know that Professor Orser was going to be here, but, one of my professors from Telfer, and there's not a lot of teachers or educators that I am fond of or that really made an impact in my life. But there's one in particular who I always look to when I think about what an educator is supposed to be and who they are. It's not just someone who teaches, it's someone who cares, and that's Professor Orser. You know, when I look at this recognition, a lot of it is actually just recognizing the FullScript team. And when I think about greatness in people, greatness often comes in extremes, and often these extremes come in two specific, they're counter to each other. And when I look at the team over there, this is a group that demands excellence. They're ruthless in their approach when it comes to driving towards our mission. But at the same time, on the other extreme, they see kindness as a competitive advantage. They really care about people. And I think at FullScript, one of the realities is we don't hire assholes. There aren't assholes at FullScript. But speaking of assholes, we have made mistakes in the past, and we've hired assholes, we've had investors that are assholes, we've had even board members that are assholes. And it probably sounds weird, calling out them as my support system, but a lot of what they've done is they've given me the scar tissue it takes to actually drive and be better. And they've also shown me, through their incompetence, the ability to be more confident, because I see what they've been able to accomplish with so little. The third, I call out my Uncle Dan, my dad, and my brother, who taught me that there's no inappropriate time for humor. No matter if you're, in a boardroom with the baddest CEO in the world and in the most important meeting ever, or you're in a room full of stuffy business people giving each other awards. It's always, humor works. To my co-founders, this dream wouldn't be a reality if it wasn't for you guys, right? What we've experienced together and what we've been through, how we gave each other the confidence to get what we through would have taken most people out. We wouldn't have been able to get through we did without the three of us together. So we are brothers for life. We've gone through a lot together, so thank you. And lastly, but definitely not least, to my wife, Rachel. Rachel, you've been here from the start. You've seen the downs, you've seen the ups, and every time I think about this journey we've been on, I think about the story of we're in our condo in Nepean, and Rachel was getting ready for class. She came down the stairs, she was going to law school, and there was 13 of us in the living room plugging away, and it was a combination of simple story videos and FullScript, and she came down, she's like, Kyle, you guys gotta get the fuck out of here. And I thought to myself, I'm like, wow, she's inspiring me to think bigger. She wants me to, and then I reflect back, she just wanted her home back. But in all honesty, like when I think about all of the downs, and there are a lot of downs, and the loneliness sometimes of being a CEO, I could always come home and speak to Rachel, and she'd work through all of my problems. She'd celebrate all of my successes and our successes. And when I look at the family we have, Rachel, my daughter Brooklyn, my daughter Blair, our little one on the way, that's actually what motivates me every single day to dig deep, have that confidence. And today, I'd say, because of you, Rachel, today, I feel good enough because you're by my side. Thank you.
Hello, bonjour, Kwe. I'm Claude Brûlé, President and CEO of Algonquin College. We are proud to sponsor the Best Performance in Marketing at the 2022 Best Ottawa Business Awards. Through our marketing, communications, and management programming, the college has built numerous mutually beneficial relationships within Ottawa's marketing community, resulting in many of our marketing graduates finding incredible careers in the sector locally. We look forward to continued success working together.
Please welcome the award sponsor for Best Performance Marketing, Claude Brûlé, President of Algonquin College, and tonight's first awards recipient, Fellow.app.
Fellow.app is all about helping managers improve their relationships with their employees. So it makes sense that the company should seek out and champion individuals who excel at this, people Fellow.app calls super managers. This past year, Fellow.app launched its Super Managers podcast featuring influencers and thought leaders in the technology sector. Hundreds of thousands of podcast plays have yielded new relationships, co-marketing opportunities, partnerships, and revenue.
Bonsoir, good evening. Wow, what an awesome night. I feel privileged to be part of this fabulous event, the Best Ottawa Business Award 2022. Mon nom est Lise Sarrazin, Director of Sales and Marketing at the Hilton Hotel and Casino Lac Lémy, where entertainment is our specialty. With games, bar, restaurant, a nightclub, as well as a 5-star Hilton hotel, the Casino Lac Lémy is a destination known for excellence in customer service. On behalf of the Hilton and Casino Lac Lémy, we're proud to sponsor the Best New Business Award category at the Bobs. Your combined contribution make our local economy and community much stronger. I want to congratulate tonight's 3 recipients, as well as those new businesses that sought this award.
Please welcome Lise Sarrazin, Director of Sales and Marketing with the Casino de Lac Lémy, and our first recipient for Best New Business, Urban Mop.
Just 2 years since it was founded, Urban Mop has already topped $1 million in revenue. The company capitalized on a need it saw during the pandemic for homes and businesses to easily book reliable cleaning services. The founders built an automated and engineered booking system to provide hassle-free cleaning services for residential and commercial sectors. The business has grown rapidly. Urban Mop has more than doubled its headcount in 2022. It works with more than 200 cleaning contractors and last year expanded to Toronto.
Please welcome our second recipient for Best New Business, Get It Technologies.
Ben Lacroix missed a couple of touchdowns while waiting in the beer line during a football game. This led him to conceive of a company that would provide in-seat ordering at events. This idea pivoted sharply during the pandemic. Get It Local provides digital ordering and payment technology to local businesses. The startup's bigger idea is an all-in-one community marketplace in which local businesses can offer the same delivery speed and cost efficiency as the global giants.
And our third recipient for Best New Business, please welcome Genesis Link Consulting.
Genesis Link is a consulting company helping entrepreneurs and startups accelerate their businesses. Genesis Link provides a range of consulting services and R&D support. It regularly takes up an equity position in its clients' companies. Since its founding almost 3 years ago, revenues have grown exponentially. They're forecast to top $500,000. Genesis Link works with clients all over the world, including Brazil, India, Vietnam, as well as Canada.
Hi, I'm Janet, president of Janet LeBlanc Associates. We are delighted to sponsor the Best Customer Experience Award. Customer experience leaders have mastered the ability to clearly articulate a shared vision of the ideal experience, one that is intentionally differentiated from other brands through the consistent delivery of a well-articulated value proposition across all customer channels. If you need help designing your ideal customer experience, please give us a call. Congratulations to all of the winners tonight. Thank you.
On behalf of Best Performance Customer Experience sponsor Janet LeBlanc Associates, please welcome Su Ling Ching and this year's recipient, Synix Media Group.
At Synix Media Group, customer priorities become company goals. With the newly created Director of Customer Experience and Quality Control this past year, Synix is putting an even greater focus on customer relationships. Quality is consistently maintained through audits, data analysis, and regular reviews and checkups. Employees are a critical part of this system. Honest feedback is encouraged. Projects are planned collaboratively, problem solved together.
Tonight, it's about recognizing you, the many talented women and men of the Ottawa business community. You make the capital region a great place to live and work. At RBC, we believe in you, innovators, entrepreneurs, and business owners. We believe in the potential of big ideas and big ambitions. And our job is to help you achieve your goals. We're so proud to join our long-standing partner Invest Ottawa to present the Next Big Thing Award, to recognize our most promising startups, leaders who dreamed big, worked hard from concept to market, and believed they could do it. Congratulations to all the nominees. Over to you, Mike.
Thanks, Marjolaine, and thanks, RBC, for supporting our economy for decades. I'm Mike Tremblay, President and CEO of Invest Ottawa. Given our economic development role in Ottawa, we always look forward to celebrating the brilliance of our business community. We are truly blessed. The Next Big Thing Award puts a spotlight on local companies that have tapped into Invest Ottawa programming and are on a path to greatness. For this year's winners, we will be watching you very closely. To our business community, our very best days are ahead because the world needs Ottawa, a global tech hub that recognizes the importance of diversity and inclusion. Congratulations, winners.
Please welcome to the stage Next Big Thing sponsors representing both Invest Ottawa and RBC. Here is the regional president, Marjolaine Hudon, and joining them is one of this year's recipients, Trellis.
Hi, my name is Fahim Sheikh, co-founder and CEO of Trellis. Trellis is a B2B SaaS platform that helps brands operate and grow on e-commerce marketplaces like Amazon, Wayfair, Walmart, and more. There's over 150 marketplaces globally today. With over 3 million brands selling on these marketplaces and 5 billion monthly shoppers, these brands need a platform like Trellis. We use the latest advances in AI and automation to better manage their advertising dollars, as well as figuring out the right price for their products. We are very humbled to be considered as Ottawa's next big thing.
Here comes the second recipient of Next Big Thing. Please welcome Learn Experts.
I'm Sarah Sedgman, founder and CEO of Learn Experts. I created Learn Experts in 2019 to solve a problem I lived my whole career in tech, which is the slow, mundane process to create courses. We help companies create their courses 3 times faster than the industry average. We're so excited to be winners of the next big thing with other great companies as well.
And our third recipient for Next Big Thing category goes to Echidna Sensing.
Hi, my name's Nick. I'm the CEO and one of the co-founders of Echidna. At Echidna, we enable manufacturers to eliminate production bottlenecks, bring their products to market faster, and create higher quality, more valuable products. And we do this by tackling the problem of traditional laboratory-based testing, which is really slow and can take anywhere from 1 day to a couple weeks to get lab results back about their processes. The solution to this problem is providing lab-accurate data on the manufacturing floor. And we do this with a rapid sensing platform that has a sensor device, a reader device, and some software associated with it. And this gets manufacturers data really fast with their processes and allows them to make instant decisions. We're really grateful to receive the Next Big Thing award, and appreciate your support in this.
Good evening. I'm Julie Lupinacci, Chief Customer Officer of Hydro Ottawa. Hydro Ottawa believes it has a fundamental responsibility to be a leading partner in a smart energy future and help build a vibrant and sustainable capital. We are dedicated to being an instrument of change that helps our city accelerate and achieve its economic, social, and environmental goals. That is why we are a proud sponsor of this evening's Best Performance in Environmental Sustainability Award. Congratulations.
Please welcome to the stage the Best Performance and Sustainability sponsor, the President and CEO of Hydro Ottawa, Bryce Conrad, and tonight's recipient, Hyatt Place Ottawa.
Hyatt Place Ottawa West was built from the ground up with sustainability in mind. There are 225 solar panels on the roof. Geothermal energy for heating and cooling is harvested from deep in the ground. Recycling bins are in every office and guest room. Bottled water is not available anywhere in the hotel. Rather, there is a free reusable bottle refill station in the lobby. There's even a beehive on the roof.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Connor Cronin, and I'm a partner with the Business Law Group at Purley Robertson Hill & McDougall. We are the proud sponsor of tonight's Deals of the Year award. Purley Robertson Hill & McDougall has been a part of the Ottawa community for over 50 years, a half-century of commitment to our city's businesses and their legal needs. We are here for Ottawa's business community as they emerge from the last few tough years, just as we always have been since 1971. If you need assistance in navigating the perils and opportunities these challenging times present, get in touch. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Please welcome Deals of the Year sponsor, a partner at Purley Robertson Hill & McDougall, and our recipient for Technology Deal of the Year, Fullscript.
In what its CEO calls a transformational deal, Fullscript took a giant step toward its goal of becoming a billion-dollar revenue company by acquiring a U.S. competitor. Healthcare practitioners use Fullscript software to dispense products such as vitamin supplements, as well as track inventory, automatically refill patients' orders, and create treatment plans. With this acquisition, Fullscript goes from being a dominant player in the space to an industry behemoth.
Please welcome this year's recipient for Retail Deal of the Year, McEwen.
An iconic local retailer's 5-decade run as an independent entity came to an end in 2021. Quickie convenience stores, which operated 51 retail stores and 22 gas stations across eastern Ontario and western Quebec, was acquired by Maxville-based McEwen Petroleum. Both companies are family-owned enterprises with similar geographical footprints, making the acquisition an absolute perfect fit, according to Quickie co-founder Arnold Kimmel.
Up next for the Tourism Deal of the Year, welcome to the stage, Ottawa Tourism.
Ottawa Tourism was so keen to welcome visitors back to the nation's capital this year that it even helped foot the bill. The Third Night on Us accommodation package covered the cost of the third night for visitors who booked a stay of 3 or more nights at participating Ottawa hotels. The promotion helped generate more than 25,000 room nights and led to visitors staying longer in Ottawa. This increased visitor spending, leading to a significant economic impact.
Next up, the recipient for Finance Deal of the Year, let's welcome Ascent Compliance.
Ascent Compliance became Ottawa's newest unicorn, a title bestowed on companies with billion-dollar valuations, and it raised more than $445 million in fresh capital to fund ambitious global scale-up plans. As regulations governing the components that will go into complex goods grow more complicated by the year, Ascent software has become a must-have for some of the world's biggest manufacturers in the industrial, automotive, electronics, aerospace, medical, and oil and gas sectors.
The next recipient for Real Estate Deal of the Year, please welcome CBRE Canada.
The Place de Ville office complex was sold in November for $350 million. It was the second largest commercial real estate transaction in Ottawa history. The deal was brokered by CBRE and RBC Capital Markets. Opened in the early 1970s, the Place de Ville complex consists of 4 buildings on Queen, Kent, and Sparks, including Ottawa's tallest office building. Place de Ville was a sought-after commodity when the company put it on the market.
Hi, I'm Jesse Mitchell from SFI, Strader Ferris International. Once again, we are proud to be sponsoring the Best Performance in Export Award. We continue to invest locally in new warehouses and supply chain services such as e-commerce fulfillment, inventory storage, and custom brokerage to support exporters in these challenging times. We'd like to congratulate the winner of the Best Performing Exporter in 2022.
Please welcome the Best Performance Export sponsor, SFI Account Executive Timothy Roycraft, and this year's recipient, Canada Wheels.
CanadaWheels.ca wants to be the Amazon for car parts in Canada and beyond. That vision was boosted this past year when export sales increased by 200%. Fully 5% of the company's sales are to the United States and Europe. This year, the company will launch USWheels.com, targeting a far bigger market than Canada and one with higher adoption rates for e-commerce.
Good evening. I'm Amy DeRitter, partner at Deloitte in Audit and Assurance.
And I'm Dan Darry, Managing Partner for Deloitte National Capital Region. At Deloitte, we believe we have a responsibility to be a force for good and lead the way on the increasingly complex challenges our communities face.
We're passionate about making an impact that matters every day and are proud to support the CFO of the Year Award with the Best of Ottawa Business Awards. We would like to congratulate Aaron Crow from the Ottawa Senators in being recognized as the CFO of the Year.
And on behalf of all of us, congratulations, Aaron, and have a wonderful evening to all of you.
Here is the CFO of the Year sponsor, Dan Doré, Regional Leader from Deloitte.
Hey, Aaron. It's ironic that I'm filming this video and you're receiving it on U.S. Thanksgiving, because it was exactly 1 year ago today that Eugene reached out to me and asked my opinion of the potential of you rejoining the organization. And I could not have been more emphatic in my excitement of you coming back to the Senators and helping us through what we knew was going to be an exciting, but also, a period of time that was going to require some really heavy lifting. I could not be more proud to call you my partner in crime and to work with you on a daily basis. This honor is so well deserved. Congratulations. I look forward to working with you for many more years.
Aaron, it's an honor to work with you. Just want to congratulate you on being named CFO of the Year for Ottawa.
Congratulations, Aaron, on being named CFO of the Year. Getting to work with you day in and day out now, really appreciate your dedication to your profession and how hardworking you are. It's a very well-deserved honor. I'm extremely happy for you and look forward to working together on all the exciting projects we have coming up. Congratulations again.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to congratulate this year's CFO of the Year, Aaron Crow from the Ottawa Senators.
really thought I was going to get to skip the speech part of this. So thanks everybody for being here tonight. I certainly wasn't prepared for the size of the room, but it's great to see everybody out here. First, I absolutely have to say thank you to the Ottawa Business Journal and the Board of Trade for even thinking of me for this. I was totally surprised about it, but it's quite an honor, so thank you very much. And my sincere congratulations go out to the other award winners tonight as well. Thank you, Su-Ling and Michael, for all your support. You have Ottawa's best interests firmly entrenched in your DNA, and you're such strong advocates for business in our community. Thank you as well to Deloitte for sponsoring the CFO of the Year Award and for your ongoing support of the Senators. On that note, I want to recognize all of my colleagues at the Senators who are here in full force tonight. The team warmly welcomed me back earlier this year, and I love the fact that our team believes in our brand and really strongly embraces our vision for the future. We have lots of exciting times ahead, along with a bit of the unknown, but I love that you're all in and we'll navigate this together. And my family, of course, it goes without saying that they've been by my side all these years, maybe not always by choice, and have supported my endeavors. And Joe in particular, obviously, you've been a great help over these years and put up with my craziness sometimes. I'm sure at times they think I take on a little too much, but never question it, because they know that's just how it goes in our house. So thank you for being who you are and letting me be me. I've had the privilege of working alongside some amazing leaders in this city who have given me the chance to tackle big projects and tough challenges and see wins on the other end. It's really difficult to name everybody, but some of the people who have provided me with these big learning moments include Ian Sherman, the Martello team, who took a chance on me, Cyril Leader, and of course the late Eugene Melnick. So while I've been able to achieve some level of professional success, I'm really glad that I've been able to balance that with family and staying involved in the community. I guess I'm proof that it's doable, perhaps with a bit of juggling, but well worth the effort and sacrifices. On the community side, this is going to sound very cliche, but I really do feel that it's important to give back to the city that's given so much to me. And when I say that I give back, it's probably more accurate to say that all of the organizations that I've been involved with over these years, GEO, Briere, Roger Nielsen House, Senators Community Foundation, they've given me as much back as I've given to them for sure, and provide me with such a great perspective on what matters to this community. These experiences and interactions on the community side really keep me grounded and humbled and allow me to step away from the day-to-day chaos sometimes and better understand what's important and what's impactful. I don't often bring this topic up, but I have to say I'm also proud to be a female leader in the sports industry. I see the work that the NHL and other organizations are really doing to drive diversity within the industry, and it makes me really happy to be a part of it and hopefully show others what is possible. As a parting thought, and certainly with my role with the Senators, I'm really excited for the present and the future for our city. I'm firmly on Team Ottawa, Mark. I have the privilege of working in a unique and impactful industry, and when we're operating our best, I truly believe that together we can continue to make Ottawa a great place to live. Thanks for your support and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Bonsoir, mesdames et messieurs. I am Lise Bourgeois, President and CEO of Collège La Cité. We are really proud to sponsor the best performance in social entrepreneurship at the 2022 Best Ottawa Business Awards. At La Cité, every student has the opportunity to develop a range of competencies highly sought by employers, but more specifically, engagement, entrepreneurship, initiative, and creativity. A real added value when it comes to hiring in the National Capital Region.
Please welcome the Best Performance in Social Entrepreneurship sponsor, Lise Bourgeois, and this year's recipient, Root in Nature.
There is a growing body of research that demonstrates the benefits of engaging people in garden and nature activities. Root in Nature partners with not-for-profit organizations to deliver horticultural therapy programming to veterans, cancer patients, Indigenous groups, youth, and others. Its garden club teaches autistic youth how to build a garden and grow food. The program promotes mental, social, and emotional well-being.
Good evening. I'm Jean-Benoît Trahan, Director Eastern Region at Enbridge Gas. Bonsoir, je m'appelle Jean-Benoît Trahan, directeur de la région de l'Est chez Enbridge Gas. Je suis très heureux d'avoir l'occasion de célébrer les réalisations de diversité, d'égalité et d'inclusion parmi vous. We are so pleased to sponsor the Best Diversity, Equality and Inclusion Award. The energy sector is at an exciting inflection point, which demands innovation, creativity, and diversity of thoughts as we move to a green energy future. We are committed to fostering a workplace that better represents our employees and the communities we serve. And together, we can achieve great things. Et ensemble, nous pouvons accomplir de grandes réalisations. Congratulations to all the award nominees and winners.
Please welcome the sponsor for Best Leader in Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, Jean-Benoît Trahan from Enbridge, and this year's recipient, Geotech Scientific.
Geotech Scientific believes that a diverse workforce enhances its understanding of global business and industry needs. That diversity starts at the top. Half the senior leadership team is female, and more than 3/4 were born outside Canada and have various cultural and religious backgrounds. Diversity is pursued through intentional initiatives such as international recruitment and using a gender decoder when writing job descriptions.
Hi, I'm Jamie Petton, President and CEO of the Canada North Business Association and Hub 350. We are thrilled to sponsor the Serious Tech Lives Here Awards again this year at the Bobs. The Canada North Technology Park is home to over 540 companies and 33,000 employees. Technology companies such as the ones being celebrated this evening are leaders in their field, and their talent are world-class, driving employment, impact, and innovation. Together, we're contributing to a bright and prosperous future where the talent of today and the talent of tomorrow can live, work, play, learn, and innovate in the heart of Canada's largest tech park.
To present the Serious Tech Lives Here Award, here is Jamie Petton and Amanda Gordon from Canada North Business Association and the recipient company of the year, Syntronic.
Doubling its size during a global pandemic was no easy feat, but Syntronic Research and Development Canada pulled it off. Headcount grew over the past 3 years from around 250 to more than 500. This makes Syntronic the 4th largest employer in Canada North. The company had a plan for growth and stuck to it, even as many other companies were downsizing during the pandemic.
Up next, the recipient of the KNBA Team of the Year. Welcome back to the stage, Full Script.
It's no wonder FullScript's Canada office engenders a strong team spirit, given that its home is the historic Monk House. Nicknamed The Retreat, the office is in the heart of the Canada North Technology Park and yet is surrounded by green space and hiking trails. The house evokes a calm, spa-like atmosphere that reduces outside distractions and fosters innovation. Historic meets cutting edge in bright and airy meeting spaces equipped with all the tech required to support distributed teams.
Hello, I'm Priya Balu with Tag HR. We are proud sponsors of the Best Performance in HR category. Tonight, we're here to recognize those companies who put together amazing strategies when it comes to recruitment and retention. On behalf of Tag HR, congratulations.
Here is the sponsor of Best Performance in HR, the COO Priya Balu of Tag HR, and tonight's recipient, Ross Video.
Ross Video is the first company in Canada to be certified as a Canadian Compassionate Company by the Canadian Hospice Palliative Care Association. A second initiative this past year improved Ross Video's maternal, paternal, and adoption leave policies, as well as sick, family medical, and compassionate care leave. CEO David Ross says these initiatives demonstrate the company's commitment to its people and their families.
I'm Danielle Walsh, partner in the Ottawa office at MNP. We're very proud to sponsor tonight's Newsmaker of the Year award. What's been making news in Canada recently has many business owners worried about the future. At MNP, we get what you're going through. We can help you build a plan for a stable and prosperous future, wherever business takes you.
Here is the Newsmaker of the Year sponsor, Linda Carter, partner at MNP.
I have known Chef Joe for 25 years as both his lawyer and his friend. He's an incredible guy, done great things for our city. As example, during the pandemic, he made and delivered 375,000 meals to the needy. His restaurant burnt down. He rebuilt it. It's fabulous. It's elegant. It's incomparable in our city. Go there, try it out. During the trucker convoy, when our city was occupied, restaurants had to close. He raised $103,000 with others to help support those restaurant workers who lost their jobs. Just last week, he and others picked up pumpkins from the neighborhoods, pumpkins that have been thrown out at the curbside from Halloween, and he made food for the needy out of it. He hires new Canadians. He gives them opportunities, and it's wonderful. Go to his restaurant, you'll see what I'm talking about. He's Ottawa's best chef. He's generous, he's creative, he's persistent, worthy of this award. Congratulations, Chef Joe.
Chef Joe is amazing. He always has been so supportive to the Ottawa mission and our food service training program. He's always here to teach a theory class. Even after his restaurant had burnt down, he would still come in showing his compassion and his care for our students here at the Ottawa mission. Congratulations, Chef. Well deserved, and I can't think of a person more deserving than you.
Hello, good evening, friends. Thank you for having me and getting me the Newsmaker Award, the Business Journal and Ottawa Board of Trade. Thank you. I just wanted to do a small speech. Helping others brings me joy and happiness as a chef and a human. When we give our personal time or resources to others who are in need of our service, we get it back as much as we give. Perhaps that's why I'm here today, because I believe that a lending hand is something everyone deserves in their time of need. It is hard to recall exactly what made me act on this belief. I admit that the pandemic and the fire at the Coconut Lagoon restaurant made me feel almost powerless. But as I looked around me, I saw so many others which needs much greater, looked around me and I saw so many others with much more needed greater than mine, and others who seemed also to feel powerless. There is something I try never to forget. The first is what you have, never the only person who is suffering. And the second thing is that there is always someone suffering more than you. I take this opportunity to thank my family. My wife is here, Suma, my son Matthew, Marianne, and Michael, and all other friends who helped me to support and during my working years and, as a restaurant owner. I would like to really thank everybody who supported me, the charity I do, the help I can offer. This is all because of my staff who is supporting me in the restaurant every day, working for me and, work together, and the family to support, and the friends and the community like Ottawa supporting me. That's why I'm here and doing this. Thank you very much, and God bless. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Paul Guindon, Chief Executive Officer of Commissioners Ottawa. We are the proud sponsor of the Bob's Not-for-Profit of the Year Award. Together with our partner companies, ADGA and Comnet Networks and Security, our group of companies offer a full spectrum of cyber, electronic, and physical security solutions for smarter integration and safer communities.
Welcome the sponsor of Best Not-for-Profit, Andre Page from the Commissioners Ottawa, and this year's recipient, the Ottawa Mission.
Since 1906, the Ottawa Mission has been extending mercy, dignity, and compassion to all who enter its doors. The mission provides emergency shelter, food, education, job training, and support for mental health, addiction, and trauma. In 2021, the mission served almost 1 million meals, handed out 62,000 bags of groceries, and successfully housed 78 individuals. Donation revenues rose in 2021 and totaled $12 million.
Good evening. My name is Mylène Blanchard, Associate Vice President at Desjardins Ontario Credit Union. Desjardins is committed to its mission to contribute to the development of its members by helping them grow with business solutions tailored to fit their specific needs. Just like you, we want to ensure the continued vitality and economic strength of our communities. And tonight, we are proud to sponsor the best performance in sales. Congratulations to the nominees. We wish you all great success. Merci.
Here is the sponsor of Best Performance in Sales from Desjardins, Mylène Blanchard, and tonight's recipient, EQ Homes.
5 years ago, EQ Homes set out to challenge the assumption that home builders shouldn't partner with realtors whose focus tends to be on home resales. Today, fully 61% of its sales of new homes come from realtors, more than double the proportion of 5 years ago. An aggressive program of tiered incentives saw more than 350 realtors do at least one deal with EQ Homes. In turn, EQ Homes has a positive reputation with Ottawa realtors.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Watson, partner at KPMG Enterprise in Ottawa and Eastern Ontario. At KPMG, our goal is to be a difference maker by delivering innovative ways of thinking, digitally enabled solutions, and exceptional service to help our clients manage risks, seek out new opportunities, and stay competitive. We believe that when insights drive action, great outcomes happen. We are proud to sponsor the Best Business of the Year award, and we would like to congratulate all of the nominees for this incredible recognition.
Here is Stacey McMillan, Andrew Watson from KPMG, and our first recipient for Best Business. Please welcome Callian.
Celebrating its 40th anniversary this year, Callian Group has grown from a small resourcing team to a global technology company. As it starts its 5th decade in business, the company is pursuing the goal of $1 billion in annual revenue. The first 9 months of this year saw revenues rise 10% over the same period last year, with the third quarter delivering $150 million for the first time ever. Callian developed products and services that help deliver virtual healthcare during the pandemic.
Our second recipient of Best Business is Ross Video.
Diversity at Ross Video, long a hallmark of the company's HR practices, took on a new urgency in the sales and product development arenas when COVID wreaked havoc with the company's traditional markets. Ross had a beachhead with some of the world's largest corporations and decided to create a new strategic accounts team to dive in more deeply with these global leaders. This vertical is now the company's third largest, having grown 126% since 2020.
The third recipient of Best Business goes to Stoneworks Technologies.
Stoneworks is one of the largest value-added resellers in the National Capital Region. Sales in 2022 are on track to top $100 million with year-over-year sales growth of around 30%. Stoneworks is proud of its family-first approach to business, insisting that family issues take priority when they arise. Stoneworks champions diversity, equity, and inclusion. In 2021, it was named one of Ottawa's best places to work.
Hello, bonjour, Kwe. I'm Claude Brûlé, President and CEO of Algonquin College. we are proud to sponsor the Best Performance in Co-op at the 2022 Best Ottawa Business Awards. We strongly believe work-integrated learning opportunities such as co-op are creating competent, confident learners who will make a significant impact in the workplace and in the community. If your business is looking for skilled employees with real-world experience, consider hiring an Algonquin College graduate.
Here is the sponsor for Best Performance in Co-op from Algonquin College, Christine Dawson, and tonight's recipient, the City of Ottawa.
Every year, Algonquin College recognizes the local business that provides the best co-op employment program to its students. This year, the City of Ottawa was the choice not only of Algonquin, but all 4 of Ottawa's major post-secondary institution for its Higher Local initiative. More than 10,000 students take part in co-op programs across the 4 schools: Algonquin, La Cité, Carleton University, and the University of Ottawa. This year, their hometown sought to make a positive impact on the local economy and to build a greater sense of community and culture while addressing one of the region's biggest issues, attracting, hiring, and retaining talent. The initiative saw a dozen Algonquin students from many different programs find co-op placements.
It is now time for our final award of the evening, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Please direct your attention to the video screen.
The Ottawa Senators are pleased to sponsor the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 Best of Ottawa Business Awards. This is one of the marquee events in the Ottawa-Gatineau community calendar, and it is great to see so many of our friends and clients and fans here tonight in attendance. We have had the pleasure of working with Pat Butler for over 30 years, and he and his team are valued members of the Ottawa Senators family. I especially enjoyed having the opportunity to meet the newest and cutest member, Harry, of the team. Pat, you have been a pillar in the Ottawa business community for decades, an innovative leader, and you have enriched the lives of so many in this community. On behalf of the Ottawa Senators Sports and Entertainment, thank you for everything you have done throughout the National Capital Region, and we look forward to celebrating you in an upcoming Sens home game soon. Go Sens, go!
Who knew that a young boy from a large PEI family, the son of a fisherman, would become the business icon we see today? But early on in life, the signs were there that Pat Butler was a hustler. He was 10 years old, going door to door in his village, selling fish. By 18, he was on his way to Toronto, with very little money in his pocket, but a strong belief in himself. He soon landed his first job in the car business, a car lot attendant. Before long, he was selling cars and eventually managing dealerships.
As low as $49.
Early in his journey in the car business, Pat met the love of his life, Elaine. They moved to Ottawa in 1964 and raised their 5 children together. Pat landed a job with Harry Delary at his Ford dealership in Stittsville, just beyond the fringe. He was in his early 30s when he managed to scrape enough money together to buy his first dealership, Mackenzie Mercury, in Ottawa's West End. The seeds of a dynasty were planted.
Probably the most competitive guy I've ever met in my life.
Les Bell was a young chartered accountant the very first time he was hired by Pat in the 1980s.
Pat was a very, very demanding guy.
2 strong-willed people butted heads often, and Les ended up quitting.
I always say it was probably, from a career perspective, the best decision I ever made, because as soon as I made that decision, Pat came across the room, put his arm around me and said, "You will be back in the car business within 2 years." It actually happened.
Les Bell is now the dealer at Lincoln Heights Ford Lincoln, where Pat started his automotive dynasty. Pat also hired and mentored chartered accountant Lynn Norton nearly 25 years ago.
With all my degrees and my business knowledge, I thought I was suited for industry. Then I met Pat, and Pat taught me a whole new degree. It's called the street degree. He's the smartest guy in the street of anyone I know.
Lynn helped Pat launch RV Canada in Ottawa in 2003.
Pat saw an industry that was ripe for revolution and consolidation. The industry's 20 years behind the car business.
The Butler Group now runs a string of 35 RV dealerships and 2 campgrounds nationwide. There are also Harley-Davidson dealerships, Power Sports Canada, and a string of car dealerships. Lynn Norton is now the dealer principal at Barhaven Ford.
Started in the middle of a cornfield. His daughter, Charlene, joined the company in 1999, and she was one of the very first female dealer principals in the city of Ottawa in the automotive industry.
Pat Butler also began Ottawa Auto Dealers Exchange more than 30 years ago, along with Jim Hallett, another one of his protégés.
I've always admired the way that Pat thinks about business and how he thinks about his family, his friends, his employees, and his community. And Pat has often said to me, Jim, you can't get rich unless you enrich others.
As his empire has grown, he's looked for other ways to advantage the disadvantaged in our community.
Pat has always avoided the spotlight, and that includes his charity work.
We're extremely fortunate to have Pat here in Ottawa.
When former Ottawa Senators President Cyril Leader left the hockey team in 2017, one of the first people to reach out to him was Pat. Cyril soon landed as president of the Myers Group, a competitor.
He welcomed me as a competitor. He says, look, Ottawa's a big city. He said, it's a great industry, and there's lots of room at the table.
Pat is now in his 80s. He and Elaine enjoyed 62 years of marriage until she passed on. He's watched his family grow with 12 grandchildren and 20 great-grandchildren now in the mix. Many his age are long retired. Pat keeps pushing.
Pat is pedal to the metal every day. We spend our days just trying to catch up to him. We've been adding about 5 acquisitions per year. Really, that man needs a new hobby.
That kid from PEI has done all right with his hustle and drive, with his dreams of what could be, and his ability to make those dreams come to life. Along the way, he's enriched so many lives.
I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done for me and for the greater Ottawa community.
Congratulations, this is well deserved, and thank you for all you've done for the Ottawa business community and for the city as a whole.
Boss, a well-deserved lifetime achievement for all your hard work.
The world needs more leaders like Pat Butler, and I just wish you good luck and God bless you going forward.
Here is Lynn Norton, the COO of Pat Butler Group of Companies, and tonight's sponsor for Lifetime Achievement Award from the Ottawa Senators, Christine Clancy.
What a terrific evening. On behalf of Pat, I'd like to congratulate all the other award winners tonight. Thank you for everything you do as business and community leaders. Pat would like to thank the Ottawa Board of Trade, the Ottawa Business Journal, the selection committee from the past recipients of this award, and specifically Cyril Leader for his nomination. Pat would also like to thank the Ottawa Senators, who sponsor the Lifetime Achievement Award. He is humbled by the successful list of previous recipients. Thank you to Terry and Don Marcotte and our own Jeff Kyle for that wonderful video tribute. I know that this award means a great deal to Pat. He, his family, and his team are very proud to be here with all of you tonight. You will not find him on the regular cocktail circuit. Pat is a very private person, and most people do not know very much about him. Please bear with me as I summarize 50 years of business into the next 9 minutes, and I had the 9 minutes endorsed by Michael Curran before I got up here. Pat, the family man. I'd like to recognize Pat's family, who are all with him tonight, as he built his business and literally worked 7 days a week throughout his whole career. People would say, do you know why Pat Butler started Car Canada? Because he had nothing to do on Sundays. It took a strong woman to keep this large family of 5 kids, 12 grandchildren, 20 great-grandchildren together, who all live in the Ottawa area. All the kids and now the next generation have had various roles in the organization. Pat would like to say thank you, family, for all your support and being there for Elaine and himself. Pat the salesman. Pat is the eternal salesman, 24/7 for the past 67 years. He has told me personally many times that you are no accountant. You are a salesman just like me. Well, if you have all salespeople in your company, you're doomed to fail. Every good company needs a conscience. Our conscience is our CFO, John Perry. I've worked beside John for 32 years. I put him up against any CFO in this city. Sorry, Aaron, and congratulations. You know what I think of you. John makes sure to let Pat and I know before we empty the piggy bank, because if we could, we'd spend every dollar we make twice. Pat and I thank you, John, for all you do. The team builder and our leader. Pat, you're surrounded here tonight by many senior members of your current team who are here to share this night with you. This speaks volumes of your ability to recruit and keep good people. I'd like to acknowledge a few of them. These are all non-family members. Our CFO and partner, John, 18 years. Our partner, Guy, 23 years. Terry, 17 years. Jack, 18 years. Andy started at the age of 15, 18 years. Norman, 19 years. Tarek started at the age of 21, 19 years. Shannon, 20 years. Abdel, 20 years. Here's a good one. Mike started at the age of 16. He's been here 24 years. Jeff, 24 years. Clayton, 25 years. David M., 27 years. Jerry C., 30 years. Sean, 31 years. Tracy started at the age of 27, 32 years. Jerry D., all the way from Moncton tonight, started at the age of 19, 39 years. Cal, who is ill tonight, came direct from India in BMW, 42 years. And Pat, you brought this guy from the Maritimes at the age of 22. Vic, 45 years. And there are many more with significant tenure. Pat the motivator. Some of the regular daily diet of Pat's sayings to our team include: the speed of the ship is the speed of the captain. There's only one way to grow. You have to put your shoulder to the wheel. Remember, 100% of nothing is still nothing. I bet you can't get that done. Your first loss is your best loss. I am no lawyer, but one from the Maritimes. Are you going to fish or just cut bait? You don't work for me, you work with me. I know what I don't know. A little hard work won't hurt anyone. A good lawyer and a good accountant can screw up any deal. Everything starts at the front door with our customers and the first person to greet them. And two last ones. A challenge regarding our monthly financial results. He says, you know anybody can be number two. And the ultimate maritime challenge, anyone can get that done. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. The businessman. What has been Pat's secret to business success? Just a few highlights of the way he operates every day. He is a unique entrepreneur and an absolute deal junkie. He has a photographic memory like most car dealers of his generation. With no computers, he learned to read upside down from handwritten contracts with the customer right across the desk. So we keep our notes close to our chest. Pat is very well read on all industries that we do business in and thinks about new ways for the future. His vision is always years ahead of our team and his competitors. He gives his people a lot of rope to make decisions on their own, only asks that you don't make the same mistake twice. So he would say, give you just enough rope to hang yourself. He's not adverse to change because he speaks with his open mind. His budgets are always unobtainable. Shoot for the stars. Results will land somewhere in between. He likes the words we, our, and us, not the words I, me, and my. He has faith to remind him. He says, remember, the big guy with the whiskers is always watching. Mr. Butler is as tough as they come. Some days really tough. He challenges us to learn and be better, but he's fair. You have to know him to understand him, but most of all, he has the biggest heart of anyone I know. The man is all about dreaming big, working hard, controlling the risk with research, seeking others' opinions, and you are nowhere without the right people to help you. Pat has lived his whole business career and still does every day based on a famous quote from in 1973, from the New York Mets catcher Yogi Berra. Does anybody know that quote? It ain't over till it's over. I promise I'm getting close to the end. He loves to hold court and most comfortable in his own office. He loves visitors. He loves to socialize. He really enjoys hosting Friday lunches with our office team and our guests. He always has time for you, whether it's business or personal. He has helped so many people. The man that not very many know. A story from a few years ago. Elaine and Pat were having dinner on Preston Street. The restaurant has a bar as you walk in and an elevated dining room at the other end of the restaurant. During dinner, Pat left, went to the restroom. He didn't come back for 30 minutes, so Mrs. Butler decided to see if she could find him in the restaurant. When she found him, he was sitting with a young man in the bar area who was eating his dinner. Pat spoke to the boy, then sat down beside him. He learned the boy's family would not be able to pay for his last 2 years at Carleton University after his summer job earnings. 30 minutes of getting to know this young man, Pat felt the boy had potential, he had drive, and the right thing to do was to help him with the rest of his degree. The young man graduated. They stayed in touch. This is the type of story you don't read about in the newspaper. This is just one example of the many acts of kindness over the years, and there are many. Mr. Butler, for the first time in 24 years, I get the last word. We all know in your own words that you do not enjoy the words throwing flowers at you. You said to me in 1998 when I came to work for you, number one, if you don't think that we're not going to fight a little, then you're wrong. Because it would mean that we're always going to agree. You said disagreements are healthy, and we've had a few good ones. I call those teaching moments. Number two, you said, come hang with me, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to make a little money along the way, and you know what? You were right about both. You've taught me what the word integrity means, and really in business, at the end of the day, all you have is your word. Personally, I'd like to thank you for your mentorship, your teaching, your sharing, your advice, being there for me as another dad in my life, and most of all, your friendship. You have been great with my kids. I'd like to thank you for that too. I will be forever grateful. Words cannot express my appreciation. A great big, well-deserved congrats from your family and your team who are here tonight to celebrate this with you. I want to thank all of you for listening and putting up with me. We call him the chief, the boss, Mr. Butler, Mr. B, but he'll tell you, just call me Pat. Accompanied by his son, Patrick, please rise for the 2022 Ottawa Board of Trade, Ottawa Business Journal Lifetime Achievement recipient, my friend and mentor, Pat Butler.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the stage for the last time this evening, Su-Ling Ching from the Ottawa Board of Trade and Michael Curran from the Ottawa Business Journal.
All right, there you have it, the 2022 Best Ottawa Business Awards. So, Su-Ling, we started the evening by saying we wanted to inform and inspire people. I hope you agreed we did just that. Thank you very much.
I think so. I think so. In fact, I would go so far as to say I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by the stories of success that we heard tonight, the stories of support, the leadership, the giving in our community, and I just want to thank every single one of you in the room for being a part of such a special celebration. Thank you.
Yeah. I got to echo your comments, Su-Ling. It's the city's been through lots of challenges through the pandemic, through the occupation. There's lots of reasons probably to feel pessimistic, but if you're in this room tonight, I would garner to guess that you feel primed and optimistic about the future of Ottawa. We've got a wonderful business community. We've got a caring business community. We've got some new political leadership in this city. There's lots of reasons to be optimistic. So before we wrap up, we just want to recognize once again, we literally could not do this, Su-Ling, without the help of our sponsors, and we want to recognize them one last time. The Telfer School of Management, thank you so much for being here. Boyden, our CEO of the Year. Sponsor Algonquin College, Casino de Lac Limi, Janet LeBlanc Associates, Invest Ottawa, RBC, it's like a who's who of Ottawa, Hydro Ottawa, Pearlie Roberts, Hill McDougall, Strader Ferris, Deloitte, La Cité, Canada Business Association, TAG HR.
Yes, and thank you also to MNP, Commissionaires Ottawa, Desjardins, KPMG, Algonquin College, Ottawa Senators, Soloway Wright, WCPD Foundation, Western Ottawa, Event Design, BFD Inc., and Oakwood Designer and Builders. Special thanks to all of our sponsors for making this evening possible. And also special thanks to Sam Pratt, who did all of our voiceovers for our videos. All of our sponsors are very involved. They're not just sponsors, they're partners, and they're very involved in helping us choose our recipients for tonight. But I also want to thank, from the Board of Directors of the Ottawa Board of Trade, Melissa Reeves, Robert Rayon, and Yasser Gatsi for also helping us with that. How about one last round of applause for everyone in the room who made tonight possible? Now, please join us for the unofficial post-gala party at the Shore Club downstairs. And thank you to all of you for joining us here tonight. We know your time is precious. We're very, very grateful for the energy that you brought to this evening to make it a vibrant, innovative, and diverse business community. Thank you, and good night.
Good night, everyone.